Welcome back to the channel, and we have another disc die for you today. But first I wanted to give a shout out to Daddy Delp Disc Golf. I was fortunate enough to win a recent giveaway of his, and I won a pretty sweet disc. Post that here for you guys. In addition to that beautiful disc, Daddy Delp Disc Golf also gave me some pointers and advice on some dies that I was interested in doing. So I watched some of his videos and actually talked to him and got some tips on him on how to do this next disc, which I'm about to show you, which I'm really happy for how this thing turned out. So let's get right to it. Alright, here's the disc, a dynamic disc share if we're going to die, and it's going to be a two-part die. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get some contact paper, and I traced around the shield and around what I wanted to do for the first part and cut that out. And we're simply going to be dyeing the inside. I've already placed the contact paper around the shield, and now I've just got some plastic wrap that I had bunched up together. I've got about 5 or 6 balls of plastic wrap in there, and I've got just a little bit of heated water and iodide poly mixed up together and just sprinkle it on there. And this is just about the right amount of dye that I wanted on there. And then afterwards, what I'm doing is just going to be placing the disc on top of that to sit with some weight. And I realized that there was a name on the back of this disc with a phone number from the previous owner, so fortunately covering that up. But I noticed that I did not put enough weight on the back of the disc. I should have put something heavier. I just put a little bit of a Gatorade bottle on there and it wasn't enough. But here's the results. You can see a little bit of white spots in there, but overall pretty happy with that method. And that was just a couple hours worth, about 3 hours in the dye. So now, after that, I'm going to do the shaving cream mound dye method. And again, Daddy Delp has this same thing on his YouTube channel as well. But it's pretty simple, just creating a mound in the middle with shaving cream. And then we're just going to sprinkle some dye all around there. And I used about 4 different colors on here: purple, pink, blue, and a turquoise color. And the hard part with these things is they're relatively new bags. I just cut them open. And I just wanted to get a little bit amount of dye all around so that it was covered, but I did not want to get clumps of dye on my mound there. And unfortunately, we're about to see here, and that's exactly what's going to end up happening as I kind of experiment with this and end up placing too much together. However, right in the center of my disc is the shield, which I just dyed and placed contact paper over. So I was hoping that that would be right in that spot and wouldn't see that clump in the finished product. So after I feel like I got enough dye on there, I let it sit for a little bit till the dye kind of mixed in with the shaving cream until I felt like it was ready. And that was about 10 minutes of sitting there. Now this time I realized my mistake, and so I covered up the name and phone number on the disc and simply just pushing the disc into the mound until I can get it flat to put some weight on it. And then I wanted to keep pushing it down until it came out to the edges. So putting it out to the edges and then putting the weight on it, letting it sit for 4 hours or so, it continues to push and move, and it creates those beautiful streaks on the disc. So I was really happy with this. Just simply already knew it was beautiful by that moment, and this disc turned out so well. I'm really happy with this design. So once again, thanks to Daddy Delp for his help, and give this disc some love.